I don't know. Do I look authory enough? Oh, God. This is me. Hi guys. I have decided to join Authortube. My name is Jackie. My tag name on YouTube is The Argumental Muse, and this is my Authortube Newbie Tag. I am super nervous because I have spent a long time trolling through YouTube and stalking all of these people with all of this awesome advice, and I don't know, I kind of feel like I'm like trying to insinuate myself into sitting with the cool kids. Like I keep expecting, you know, I don't know, I might post this and then someone will turn around and be like, you can't sit with us. No, honestly, I mean, everyone looks really cool, everyone looks like lots of fun, and I'm really excited to have the opportunity to contribute to such an awesome community. So the first question, how did you find out about Authortube? Well, I found out about Authortube because I have been watching Kristen Martin's videos for quite a while, and I am a huge fan, just on the down low. And I noticed that she had been using this Authortube tag, and I kind of looked into it, and it was around about the time of NaNoWriMo when I then started devouring all of these writing tips and writing videos, and discovered that there was kind of like this little secret society of laptop tappers on YouTube that like to write really cool things and talk about really cool things. So that's how I found out about Authortube. Number 2 is, what genres do I write in? That really depends on what mood I'm in. Primarily, I began writing sword and board fantasy when I was a kid, like 8-ish kind of thing. I've been scribbling down stuff my whole life, but I kind of alternate between fantasy to sci-fi because my dad raised me as a pretty avid Trekkie, and I'm also a paranormal investigator in my spare time, so I also have covered some parts of paranormal urban fantasy. There's always a little bit of romance in there, and somehow political stuff just and social issues just kind of end up like intertwining themselves, because I really think that that's something that's important that should be put into books these days. So yeah, I don't know whether that'll particularly work. I hope so. Maybe one day. It's one of my dreams to get one of my books on the HSC curriculum in Australia to be studied and to be the bane of every single 17-year-old's existence in Australia. It would be quite cool. 3. What is my preferred tense, point of view, and category of story? I would have to say usually it is past tense, depending on, I think, the mood of the story that I'm in. Usually a lot of my stuff is in past tense, first person, or omniscient narrator, third person, and I kind of write the stories that I would read myself. So kind of like new adult fiction. I do have some children's stories that I'm working on at the moment, maybe about 2 or so, but we'll see how that goes. Number 4, plotter, pantser, or plantser. I'm trying to be a plotter. I really am. My entire life I've always been a pantser, And so that's not really working out for me at the moment. So I am trying to become a bit more structured and moving into plotting, because I can't always have it all up here. I'm getting old, I'm forgetting things. 5. Am I self-published, published, or yet to be published? Neither. Nothing. I have blogs. I have several blogs actually, and a website, and of course my YouTube channel. I actually have 2 YouTube channels. One for my paranormal content and one for my writing content. The idea is to go down the self-publishing path. I don't like the idea of someone having the final say over what it is that I'm writing. So, I mean, editing and everything is cool, but I don't want a publishing house kind of controlling the content that I put out, if that makes sense. Besides, they must be heard. Number 6, publishing houses and literary agents. Now, I can't really say that I've thought about that kind of thing. I really am just trying to get something finished right now. I have way too much stuff sitting on shelves everywhere and nowhere near enough stuff anywhere near completion. So I think I'll try and cross that bridge when I get to it. 7. What Authortube related videos can you expect to see on my channel? Well, good question. I'm still figuring that out. I'm just going to try and share the things that I have learnt on my own writing journey, whether that comes from world building, video listicles, because they are nice and bite-sized and I don't want to take up too much of anyone's time. Some basic theory, a little tiny bit of film analysis, but mainly just I want to become accountable and share my journey with other people so that other people can help comment and make me learn something. 9. What was the first story that I ever wrote? Do we want to be technical? I remember when I was very, very young and I couldn't spell properly, I once wrote a short story about a family that finds a cat, and the cat had a sore paw, like SAW. And it was really cute because I made the book as well and I illustrated it all myself. We're talking like 5-6-year-old Jackie here. So I've wanted to write books for a very, very long time. 10. What authors have influenced my writing the most? I would probably have to say that that would depend on what it is that I'm writing or working on at the moment. If I'm writing my urban, paranormal, fantasy type stuff, then probably Laurel K. Hamilton or Anne Rice, because Laurel K. Hamilton had a pretty huge impact on me as a teenager, mainly because sex. Plus, I'd just come out of the Buffy stage, so I went from Buffy to like kick-ass vampire necromancer chick who doesn't take from anyone. Now with fantasy and stuff, the oldies and the goodies, J.R.R. Tolkien and Raymond E. Feist, actually. He was the very first author that I read as a child. The very first fantasy book I read was, I can't even remember the name of the series now. I had the opportunity to meet him a few years ago and I pretty much died because it was awesome. And also Terry Pratchett, because I love the way that he puts humor into his characters. There's like this, everything that he writes is just a vast witticism. Everything is almost kind of sarcastic. And Neil Gaiman, obviously, because he's the god of the written word. 11. 11. I just realized I don't have 11 fingers. Do I schedule my writing sessions, or do I write as I get the time? Definitely I write as I get the time. I'm trying to schedule some more stuff. My problem is that I have a full-time job. I also have my blogs that I really need to upkeep, and my paranormal investigation work. So I'm working my full-time job from Monday to Friday with a little bit of overtime and on-call because I'm in IT. And in regards to my paranormal investigation, I'm pretty much taken up on my Friday and Saturday nights. So that leaves me with mornings, and I am not a morning person, and my late nights, and I am a late night person. 12. This is getting really awkward. Do I write on a computer, a typewriter, write everything out by hand, or use a blend of everything? I mainly write in notebooks. I have many notebooks sitting on my desk, which are everywhere. Oh God, I have way too many. Which I then transcribe onto my laptop, which I carry around with me everywhere. And then it kind of gets like a first edit in there. I outline in my notebooks, but it all comes together on my laptop. And 13. What am I most looking forward to now that I am a member of Authortube? I probably say that I'm looking forward to meeting everyone else and interacting and getting a bit more friends, because I don't have a lot of writerly friends. No, that's a lie, I do. But real life friends. I want internet friends. I want friends who have actually been published. I want friends who have already been through all of the things that I'm probably going to end up going through. Hopefully going to end up going through. No, I need to be very optimistic. I am going to go through these things. I am going to have issues with publishers. I am going to have issues with copyright, and hopefully not. And that is my Authortube Newbie Tag. Hopefully at some point I will be... I have no idea what my laptop just did. Something. Hopefully I will have the chance to do a heap more tags and getting more content out there, and whoa! Yeah, I need to rein it in a little.